Do you ever catch yourself wondering, do I have a drinking problem, or is this something more serious like alcohol addiction? It's a question that often comes up when alcohol starts to impact our lives negatively. In this video, we'll cover 7 red flags that could mean you're slipping into alcoholism and how to take back control before it's too late. Stick around to the end because I've got a bonus resource that could be a game changer for you. Hi, I'm Luke Worsfold, the lead counsellor here at Alicia Inside Addiction, and I'm on a mission fueled by losing my mum to addiction to help others break free from addiction and avoid the same devastating consequences. Now let's dive into red flag number 1. Do you hide or lie about your drinking? Do you find yourself sneaking drinks when no one's looking? Maybe you've hidden bottles in the cupboard or under the bed or even in your car. Perhaps you downplayed how much you've had when someone asks. This behaviour is more common than you might think, and it's one of the first signs of denial. When we start lying or hiding about our drinking, it's usually because we're ashamed and afraid of being judged. But here's the thing, denial can keep you stuck in the cycle of addiction and destroy your relationship. Hiding your drinking often means you're aware, deep down, that something just isn't right. But that's also good news, because it's the first clue that something needs to change. And if it sounds like you, try opening up to someone that you trust and take a cold, hard look in the mirror, because that's the first step to being honest and making change. Red flag number 2. Drinking to cope with stress or emotions. Do you reach out for a drink when you've had a tough day? Maybe it's your go-to when you're feeling stressed, sad, angry, or especially bored. Using alcohol to cope may feel like a quick fix, but it's only masking the real problem. Alcohol numbs your emotions temporarily, but in the long run makes things worse. And regular drinking increases your anxiety, depression, even though it feels like a release in the moment. And the danger here is that this quickly becomes a habit and you drink to escape, but the more you rely on alcohol, the more your mental health suffers. It's like trying to put out a fire with petrol. So start exploring other ways to cope, whether that's talking to a counsellor, journaling, or going for a walk. Red flag number 3, an increased tolerance and withdrawal symptoms. Have you noticed that it takes more alcohol to get the same buzz as it used to? You used to drink 1 bottle of wine a night, but now it's started to creep to 2. This is a major red flag. Needing more alcohol to feel the same effects is your body's way of signalling that it's building up tolerance, and it's the first step towards physical dependency. This starts to cause withdrawal symptoms like tremors and shakes, which are your body's way of telling you you're struggling to function without alcohol. But the scariest part is ignoring these signs can lead to serious health risks like seizures and long-term organ damage. And when detoxing on your own, it can be dangerous, so it's critical if you're already at this level to get medical advice if you're experiencing withdrawal symptoms. Now, if this resonates with you and the amount you're drinking seems to be creeping up, then this is a big warning sign. It's time to cut back. Red flag number 4, failed attempts to cut down or quit. Have you ever said, that's it, I'm cutting it out, only to find yourself drinking again a few days later? You're not alone. Many people set rules like, I'll only drink on weekends or I'll stop after 1, but those rules quickly go out the window. This isn't about a lack of willpower, it's about how addiction hijacks your brain. When you're caught in the addiction loop, triggers like stress and social pressure lead to cravings. You justify having just one, but before you know it, you're back in the guilt and shame cycle. And breaking this loop requires the right tools and support. Willpower alone isn't enough, but recovery is possible when you address the root cause of your drinking and replace it with healthier habits. Red flag number 5. Drinking impacts your relationships. Has drinking caused arguments with your partner, or have you lost the trust with friends and family? Addiction doesn't just affect you, it ripples out into your relationships. When alcohol becomes a priority, it's easy to let people down, miss important events, or withdraw because of the shame. Over time, this can lead to broken trust and feelings of isolation, which only fuel the addiction further. The good news? Rebuilding trust and connection is possible, and counselling can help you repair the relationships and set healthier boundaries, but it starts with taking accountability for your actions. Red flag number 6, blackouts or memory loss. Do you ever wake up and realise you don't remember how you got home? Blackouts aren't just embarrassing, they're a serious warning sign of binge drinking. When you drink to the point of blacking out, your brain is literally shutting down its ability to form new memories. It's a sign your body can't handle the amount of alcohol you're consuming. And this behaviour can lead to risky decisions, injuries, or even life-threatening situations. And it's easy just to brush it off and laugh about it, but ignoring these blackouts can have serious consequences later on down the line. Red flag number 7, drinking despite negative consequences. Have you ever missed work or damaged relationships but just kept going anyway? This is one of the clearest signs that alcohol has taken control. When drinking becomes more important than your responsibilities, values, or even your health, it's no longer just a habit. It's a signal that addiction is in the driver's seat, and it's time to take a look at yourself and take back control. If you're seeing some of these red flags show up in your life, what can you do? How can you take control of your drinking? The first and most important step is acknowledging them, recognizing that something isn't right, which is a sign of strength, not weakness. It's the beginning to taking back control. So the first thing I want you to do is start by being honest with yourself. Take a moment to reflect on how alcohol is impacting your life. Look, it might feel uncomfortable, but awareness is the foundation of change. So ask yourself questions like, why do I drink? What is alcohol costing me physically, emotionally, and in my relationships? And look, even watching this video is a great starting point. It shows that you're open to understanding yourself, which is huge. Now, take it one step further and look beneath the surface. Are there any big life events or stressors driving your drinking? Maybe it's a major change like moving house, a breakup, or the loss of a loved one. If you're drinking to cope, it's important to deal with those underlying issues head on, and journaling can be an effective way to unpack your emotions and start making sense of what's really going on. Next, take small, manageable steps. The idea of quitting or cutting back on your drinking might feel overwhelming, but you don't have to go all in right away. Instead, focus on small, manageable steps. Try setting one alcohol-free day each week, and keep a journal of your triggers and how you feel before and after drinking. Or experiment with replacing alcohol with something healthier, like going for a walk or chatting with a friend or even a new hobby. These small changes might feel insignificant at first, but as they build momentum, they'll help you see what life is like without alcohol. Reach out for help. You don't have to figure this out alone. Addiction thrives in isolation, but recovery starts with connection. So reach out to someone you trust, whether that's a close friend, family member, or professional counsellor. And if the idea of rehab seems overwhelming, then counselling can be a much more approachable and effective first step, especially for those struggling with a drinking problem and who aren't in full-blown alcoholism. Now, it's not about being told what to do, it's about having someone who's going to guide you and support you to take back control, which is why addiction counselling can be so effective. Want a deeper assessment of your drinking? If you're still unsure about where you stand, we've got a free assessment tool that can give you clarity. In just a few minutes, you'll be able to understand why you feel like you can't control your drinking and what type of drinker you might be. Head to insideaddiction.co.uk/why to take the quiz, or click the link below in the description. It's a simple yet powerful way to start to figure out what's going on and what step to take next. And remember, recovery doesn't happen overnight, but it's always possible. And you've already taken the first step by recognizing the red flags and seeking out the answers. Now it's time to move forward one step at a time. You got this.